So simply put, Ghanaian billionaire Nana Kwame Bediako is a gem, a national treasure. Now I know most people are just concerned about how he made his money, and the controversial "I sold scraps" is just not adding up. So a small tip for people who are going to watch this video to the end, I'm going to tell you exactly how he made his money. Exactly. But the main reason why this man is a gem has nothing to do with how this man made his money. It's about the beautiful mind this man has in building Africa, developing the continent. Now, if you didn't know, this man is building smart cities and also has the vision to build this huge apartment for graduates. It's a charity building for graduates to have an apartment after they graduate from school. The surprising thing is, this has gone unnoticed and is blowing my mind. So stick to this video to the end, as I'll be telling you about how the Prince of Africa, as affectionately called by many followers, and himself is developing Africa, which makes him a true Prince of Africa. If you like content like this, before we begin, please give this video a thumbs up right down there. Give this video a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to my channel right down there. Let's get right into it. Hello lovely people, I'm Andy and this is Andy's Insight. So Ghanaian billionaire Nana Kwame Bediako has stated time and time again that he sold scraps, but what most people fail to understand, thereby spreading misinformation, is that this wasn't any ordinary scraps dealer. So for clarification to this widespread misinformation, I'll be taking you down his memory lane so that you would get it, thereby not misjudging him. So Nana Kwame Bediako was born to a filthy rich father, but a penniless poor mother. That's what he says. His father was a prominent figure in the oil and gas industry. That's to tell you, he was actually really filthy rich. But Nana Kwame Bediako stayed with his mother. So in his youthful years, he attended Apam Secondary School and left Apam Secondary School and attended Accra Academy, a more prominent school in Ghana. Later on, after he completed, he was flown outside the country to the UK, London, where he schooled at Waltham Forest College. There he started his college education and also started selling clothes. And soon enough, as a similar story for many successful people, the business was booming. He was the preferred choice when it comes to buying clothes in school. And soon enough, as the business was booming, at the age of 16, he bought his first car. And it was with this car that opened the doors for his business empires. As a 16-year-old boy having his own car, anytime he parks the car got clamped. Anytime he parked it, it got clamped. So he got frustrated, and one day he took the clamp along with him to school. And one of his friends actually offered to buy the clamp. And when he sold it, he realized, wow, there was a huge ton of money in this business. So thereby, he chose to go for the money and actually quit school to chase the shmoney. That is where the misinformation is at. He chose to sell highly profitable scraps in London, UK, not the regular low-income people you see selling scraps. That is where the misinformation is at. So after selling scraps for a while, making a huge ton of money, he decided to go into the telecommunications sector. That is where he started his own telecommunication company. And as a story for a successful person, he was making a killing in that industry. And he actually sold out. People wanted to buy him out. And he ended up selling it for £410,000, which is insane, a huge sum of money. So that is where the genesis of his success story started from. So if you still believe that he started selling scraps like the low-income people, you know, that is up to you. So now, to the reason why he is so extraordinary is his vision in wanting to build his own homeland, Africa, starting from Ghana, and how he is strategically doing it and going unnoticed for it. It's even more shocking when I say it. He is going unknown. Everyone just sees the extravagant lifestyle he is living and actually look past the fact that he is building Africa. He is on an upward rise to build Africa, especially Ghana, and has projects both done and in the pipeline that would marvel you. As many of you already know, he is the CEO of Qualis Group, and this company has 5 subsidiaries. And to make it crystal clear to people watching this video who don't know what subsidiary and holding companies are, subsidiaries are companies that are run by a holding company. And a holding company is a company that buy and hold shares in a subsidiary company. So his company Qualis is actually the holding company and the 5 subsidiaries. So I hope you get it. He is building so many structures, amongst which is the super popular 108 apartments #1 building at Osu in Accra, and a 40 apartments Qualis building, which is at the Airport Residential, the Belgravia building, also at Airport Residential, and the 130 apartments Bel Aircrest building at Cantonment. This is just to name a few of his projects. Now, with all these projects both done and in the pipeline, there are 2 distinct projects that would blow your mind. And these 2 are the premise for this video. Now, these projects actually show you the genius of the Prince of Africa, because he isn't a real estate agent or had any prior knowledge to industrialization. The first is graduates. Now, this apartment building is actually a charity apartment for graduates in Ghana. And if you have prior knowledge to the tertiary system in Ghana, as I do, because I myself am a graduate of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, I know that being a graduate in Ghana is no easy feat, and to be provided housing after you graduate from school, the importance of which is unprecedented for graduates, because I know, and people who are familiar with the system know, that this high-end building would go a long way to help graduates. And the second project, which is even more mind-boggling, is the smart city known as Petronia. Now, he intends to build a smart city known as Petronia, 8 kilometers from Takoradi. Now, the vision of which is because he realized all of Ghana's raw materials, mineral resources, could be found in Takoradi. You can name it, almost all, if not all. Oil was discovered near that side in the western region of Ghana. And building a self-sustaining smart city, where he says is the first ever energy city that would be built, would actually be fully dependent on itself, and you can name any amenity at all and it will be part of the planning for this Petronia city. And the shocking thing is, with all these projects that he will be working on, it actually didn't even get enough fame. I didn't hear about it, it didn't trend. He believes that Ghana's development would come about because of the modernization of the country, thereby starting these modern buildings. And also, he cited 3 principles that he goes by. The first is maximization, which is actually using the full capacity of any plot of land he gets. And he stated that in coming up with this principle, he actually wanted to build 2 buildings on 1 plot. That is what led to this genius idea. And in upscaling on that, he decided that no, he would use the full capacity of any plot of land he gets. That is, if the land, a 100-story building would collapse on it, but 99 would fit perfect, he would go with the 99 buildings on that 1 plot of land. That would actually be the threshold, the maximum level of buildings you can build on that land. The second was utilization. How important is the use of the land going to be for that town, for that country, and for the people? That is the utilization he came up with. And the third is the categorization. What would be the category, the reason he is building it? Is it for humanitarian? That is like for charity. Is it for his own pocket or gain, or is it for development? And if you listen to him talk, in building the 108 apartments #1 building, he actually maximized the land, which was a 1.5 plot land. He built a 108 apartment building, which actually won him awards in Dubai, because they themselves built structures and they were marveled by how this man maximized the land he was building on. And now the land is super popular because he used it well. And the category, now that building, which most people hasn't seen its type before, is now a landmark in Ghana. When you see this building, you know that this is Osu, making this building a monumental building. So you can tell by the genius of Nana Kwame Bediako that the vision of Africa for years to come would be magnificent, because people like him are actually thinking deep on ways that Africa can rise above imagination. So, like this video right now, as it has been informative to you. Like it right down there. So, the vision of Africa in years to come would be a magnificent one, because of minds like Nana Kwame Bediako, who see beyond what normal people see, beyond what ordinary people see. Check out this video next on how the African diaspora, led by Dr. Arikana Chambori-Kwao, are set to build smart cities across the African continent, starting from Ghana. Thank you, and on to the next video. Check it out.